Hey everyone, and welcome to Top Think. Today, we'll learn about 10 psychological things that attract women. Now, let's begin. After decades of research on human attraction, no one fully understands why one person is attracted to another. We have many ideas about what makes people attractive physically, emotionally, and socially. We can identify trends in partner preferences and experiment with different strategies that may boost attractiveness. We can even guess, just by looking at or talking to certain people, who will have more success with potential partners. But just when we think we understand the laws of human attraction, it defies all reason, it breaks all the rules, and takes shape in ways we don't expect. In this video, we're not going to solve the mystery of human attraction. We're not going to design a foolproof recipe for attracting every woman in the world, because that recipe just doesn't exist. Attraction isn't nearly as predictable as we'd like it to be, but that's what makes real, passionate desire so rare, so interesting, and exciting. If human attraction were predictable, then you wouldn't be listening to this video, and we wouldn't be exploring the many factors that people, in this case women, find so irresistible. Female attraction adds another layer of complexity to the already confusing world of romantic interest and desire. Male preferences are well-studied and relatively formulaic, but female preferences tend to be more subtle and diverse. If you're one of the many men who feel confused about what qualities women find attractive, hey, don't worry, you're definitely not alone. Hundreds of people, including many reputable scientists, have been asking this very question for years. Along the way, some people calling themselves dating experts or pickup artists have claimed to master female attraction using tricks, games, and stereotypes to earn female attention. However, real studies have found that these tricks and stereotypes rarely correlate with what women really want. In other words, the laws of attraction aren't as simple as many pickup artists claim them to be. And that's why, in this video, we're going to discuss real traits and behaviors that are scientifically correlated with female attraction. So whether you're searching for a girlfriend or just want to boost your physical appeal, these 10 psychological things can make you more attractive to women. Number 1. Seduction resistance. Are you easily seduced by the women you meet? Many women are attracted to men who don't fall for the usual tricks. For example, if she twirls her hair and bats her eyelashes, many guys will do almost anything she asks. This makes you seem easy, immature, or perhaps naive. For these reasons, many women prefer guys who are mature, experienced, and difficult to seduce. This discovery comes from a 2020 study in the journal Evolutionary Behavioral Sciences. Researchers tested over 150 women to find out if women prefer men who are flirty and easy or mature and challenging. We already know that most men prefer the former. Guys tend to choose easy, flirty partners, but this study shows that women display very different preferences. It turns out that flirtier men are perceived as less attractive than men who are more challenging to impress. So, what does that mean for you? Well, it means you shouldn't crumble when a woman starts flirting with you. In other words, if you want to be more attractive, then try not to seem so desperate and hopelessly available. The more eager you appear, the less attractive you become. However, if you're patient, modest, and slightly reserved, women are more likely to chase after you. Number 2. Confident simplicity. Many men think they need clever pickup lines and elaborate games to attract potential partners. But the truth is that women are more attracted to men who keep it simple. Studies show that a simple but confident introduction is the best way to approach a woman. You say hello, you introduce yourself, and you start a conversation as if you belong there. Most women will latch on to this simple approach better than a mind game or a pickup line. Why? Well, because women don't typically like men who try too hard. She doesn't want or need you to spend hours thinking of the perfect one-liner, nor is she interested in deciphering whatever game that you're trying to play. 9 times out of 10, confident simplicity leaves the most attractive first impression, so don't overthink it. Number 3. Special attention. To attract anyone, you need to make them feel special. When you're around, she shouldn't wonder whether you're actually interested in her. That lingering sense of doubt will make you seem unreliable and wishy-washy. On the other hand, if you make her feel unique or important, she's more likely to see you in a positive light. There are many small ways to make someone feel special. You might ask her thoughtful questions, make consistent eye contact, or stay engaged with a conversation. All of these things make her feel like the center of your attention, and that makes you more attractive across the board. Number 4. The closing time effect. Between 1979 and 2010, several studies identified an interesting psychological phenomenon. At parties and other social events, people seem to become more attractive and available as the night goes on. This is sometimes known as the closing time effect. At a party, for example, you may begin the night with high standards and great expectations, but as the hours pass, your chances to make a connection dwindle. So you become more open to a broader range of partners, therefore lowering your expectations and perceiving previously unattractive people as more desirable. So if you want to be more attractive to women in general, wait a few hours before making your move. Don't leap into the action right at the beginning of the night when people's standards are unrealistically high. Instead, give her some time to come around and appreciate what you have to offer. Number 5. Reciprocal curiosity. Curiosity is a driving force behind human attraction. Even if you find someone physically beautiful, you're more likely to pursue them if you also find them curious or interesting. Therefore, if you want to be more attractive to women, always give them a reason to be interested in you. You can spark most people's curiosity with a little-known psychological trick. According to a 2005 study in the Journal of Social and Clinical Psychology, we're naturally more curious about people who display interest in us. For example, if someone asks you a question about your life, you're more likely to ask them a question in return. Even though they weren't curious about you before, your interest and enthusiasm spark their curiosity, making you more attractive than you realize. Number 6. Mundane sincerity. If you want to be more attractive to women, here's a rule to live by. Don't try to be anyone but yourself. Time and time again, surveys show that women are drawn to sincere and honest men who seem trustworthy and dependable from the very start. The average woman doesn't want a partner who tries to trick or deceive her. She isn't interested in people who lie about or exaggerate their lives. Even if your real life isn't grand or exciting, mundane sincerity is more attractive than any lie that you can imagine. In other words, the next time you meet a beautiful woman, be honest and be yourself, because the truth will take you further than your lies ever will. Number 7. The popularity phenomenon. Attraction is competitive by nature. We're biologically programmed to compete with one another for potential partners. For this reason, the most attractive people are often those who receive the most attention. Now, don't worry if you're not the most famous person in the world. You don't have to be a celebrity to take advantage of the popularity phenomenon. All you need to do is bring along a female friend. The presence of another woman, even a platonic friend, makes you seem more popular and therefore more attractive to the women you meet. Number 8. Implied capability. What's the most important quality that a man can have? For many women, a man is most attractive when he's strong, intelligent, and most importantly, capable. In other words, she's probably looking for a partner who can meet her physical, social, and emotional needs. Now, of course, those needs vary from person to person. It's impossible to predict what every individual woman needs from their partner. But that doesn't mean you can't show her just how capable you are. How? Well, by finding some small way to satisfy her needs. For example, if she's hungry, buy her something to eat. If she seems cold, give her your jacket. This simple exchange shows women that you can meet their needs when it counts. That alone makes you a much more attractive option. Number 9. The power of naming. Sometimes a single word can change the tone of a conversation, and no word is more powerful than someone's name. If you want to be more attractive to a woman, always remember her name and don't be afraid to use it throughout the conversation. Studies show that people become more attentive and open-minded when you call them by name. Now, of course, you must remember a person's name to use it in a conversation. Whenever you meet someone new, pay special attention to their name. Repeat it back to them if you have to. And when you're sure you've got it right, use their name in conversation, because this little trick can make you more attractive to everyone you meet. Number 10. Subtle mimicry. Mimicry plays an essential role in human attraction. Decades of research studies show that we're drawn to individuals who seem to copy or mirror our behavior. Why is that? Well, because mirroring, when it's subtle and discreet, demonstrates commonality, familiarity, and likeness, all of which increase your general attractiveness. The same thing is true of verbal mimicry. For example, if she uses a specific slang word or phrase, just add the same word to your vocabulary. This subtle change creates a sense of familiarity that many unconsciously find attractive. Hey, thank you for watching Top Think, and be sure to subscribe because more incredible content is on the way.